Alright guys, we're on the next hired request. This one is Albert Flasher by the Guess Who. And someone hired me to do this one. And there's a live version that's on YouTube. And I also got the album version on iTunes because you can hear a little bit better what the piano's doing sometimes on the album version. So I kind of take from both of them. But they're both basically the same. And it's real bluesy, so even if you don't know the song, it's got some cool blues stuff in it. But we have I botched that a little bit, but I'll do better as we go along. All right, let's play it one more time. So it's not a beginner piece, but of course you can learn it slow and then try to speed it up later as you're able to do that. But let's get started here with the right hand. Oh, by the way, all the lessons are on webpianoteacher.com. I'm Sean Cheek. If you have never watched any of my lessons before, I use a whiteboard to teach lessons by ear. All right, so we're not doing by note, we're doing by ear. So a lot of people like to play that way. And have tons of lessons on my website on webpianoteacher.com on how to play by ear using my whiteboard method. And the rest of this song is on my website along with about 1,500 other videos. If you want to contact me, Facebook is the very best way to do that. Just do a Facebook search for webpianoteacher.com. Facebook is really easy if you've never tried it. It's great. But let's get started with the free part one that I always put on YouTube here. We're going to start, we're in the key of G, okay? And we have this little blues bass line thing going on here. Very common, and it's very useful to you to learn if you're a piano player. So let's take a look at it first of all. It looks complicated, but it's just a repeated pattern. We have a fifth here, G and D. Alright, I like to play it with 5 and 2 and then go with my thumb on the E. Some people like to do their thumb on all of it. To me that's a bit laborious, but that's up to you. But anyway, we have 2 fifths, and then we go to E, make a 6th, and 2 of those. And then back to 2 of these, back to 2 of these. And the rhythm is ba, 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 ba. That's called swinging it, or a triplet rhythm. And it's long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. It's kind of, if you want to think of it that way. Alright, so see that pattern all the way throughout. And then here we change and all that stuff. But there you see the left hand. So that'll take us all the way from here to here. And you can see it's just the same repeated pattern. On the right hand we have... Okay, so we're going to have G and A sharp. Okay, some of you might like to call that B flat, but I'm just going to call it A sharp here. And it's a minor third. G and A sharp together. And then we're going to go B. And then a high G. And it's ba-ba-bum. If you have trouble doing that, fingering that, you can leave the G out and just go. Because I hear you play the G there, but not on the other time. So having to play the G on your thumb may kind of mess you up. So leave the G out if you want, and do that. But I'm going to go. All right. So bum bum bum, and then here I'm going to go C and E together, and then down to G, and then the A sharp. Then I can come under with my thumb for the B here, because I don't have to play a G like I did the first time. B G. All right. Then I'm going to do it again. C and E, down to G, then the A sharp. And then B, G. So, ba, 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 and then here. Now this is different. Ba, 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 ba. That's just going to be C and E together, down to G on the thumb, and then A sharp and C sharp together, up to B and D together. Okay? Now, after I do that, well, let's go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 2, 3. 2, 3. I'm going to have what's called a tremolo. Alright, B to D, which is what I played here, and I'm going to tremolo it. which is back and forth really fast. And I tremolo it until time runs out for those two left hand things there. Alright, so I tremolo and then G and D together. G and D flat, sorry. G and D flat, or C sharp if you want to think of it that way. But G and D flat, and then C and G, and then here. Now this A sharp to B is really quick. You flip it like a blues. Alright, so flip that A sharp to B, with the G on the bottom, and then G at the top. And then this D is going to be low. We're actually going to play it with the left hand because... So that D will be in left hand here, so I'm going to move that down. But anyway, so let's hear the tremolo in there. Let's start right here. 1, 2, bum, bum, bum. That's how you do it. 1, 2, bum, 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 bum. Now a lot of people stumble on that, and the way to get used to it is to practice it really slowly like this. Just do that over and over again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. You have one count to do that, okay? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. On count 2, you got to have this, okay? So you tremolo it until count 2. Now, if we put hands together from the beginning at a very slow tempo, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that G came in between? This goes together, and that G comes in between. And that's going to happen every time you have that high G. Not here. Here it plays together. Okay? But we're going to play these two Ds in the left hand because you can't get your right hand down there in time. Ba 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 da da ba da da ba da da bum. So we'll put them down here. And this is starting something different here. This is the and so forth. But just notice that those G's come in between. Okay, this G is in between as well. See that? Okay, so let me go slow again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because I'm going slow. If I were going fast, the right hand has trouble getting down there. Yeah, it's just... So, let's do it again slow, okay, so you can hear it. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. D, D, and then we're going to have this thing. Okay? So D, 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 our left hand. And then once we get here, it's going to be on the right hand, F sharp, D, F sharp. That's a triplet. So 3 notes. So I grouped them together there with a slur. Ba, ba, ba. Now we're going to go G, D, G. Now we're going to go G sharp, D, G. Now we're going to go A, D, A. I may have said something wrong here. G sharp, D, G sharp. Anyway, the thumb stays on D the whole time, so it's... So you want to accent the first and the third of each triplet. Ba, 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 ba. And the left hand is just going D, D, E, E, F natural, F sharp, F sharp. You just line them up and you have bum, 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 bum. Okay, so start right here. 3, 4, 1, 2. And then in lesson 2 we do more. Alright, but let's go through the whole free part 1 here for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I might mention too, you can do this on the iPad. If you have if you have the application iSwifter on your iPad, iSwifter will help you play the Flash video. Okay, really cool technology, but they allow you to play Flash video on the iPad. So you can do the site on the iPad if you have the iSwifter application. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play them on the right hand with my right hand because I'm going slow. But if I were going up to speed, left hand is the only thing I think that can get those 2 Ds. In fact, it might prove to be very difficult. Just leave them out because it's, I don't know. Anyway, let's try it up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe the right hand can do it. I'm really having. Really, I've done it several times with my right hand. I'm getting used to doing it. So that's one of those things optional to you. Left or right hand for that D. And of course the rest of it's on the website, webpianoteacher.com. So let's get to that part 2. See you on the website. Hope you guys enjoy it.